Hello and welcome back to my channel, Thriving Lively. I am Tiffany and I am here to give you an update on how Mary's Mini or the potato reset went for me. I'm also just going to kind of show you some of my meals for the last couple days or over the last couple days and just talk to you about going forward this week. So I started Mary's Mini like a little over a week and a half ago. At a week, I stopped. I just decided that for me at this moment, it was making it harder for me to stick to, a little too strict. I really enjoy my oats and then also the fruit thing. I felt like I couldn't have anything if I had a craving for something sweet, and I'm one of those people who really love sweets, and so that alone just made it really hard to stick to. And I would be so focused on not eating things like fruit or oats or something that I would kind of get to my breaking point. And so I think I ate a lot more off-plan things than I have since I started this back in June. And so I just decided a week was a good enough time for me to kind of get the feel of it. I definitely want to do it again, maybe closer to my goal weight, or once I've been doing this a little bit long enough that I'm able to self-regulate a little bit more. As far as like my skin, I'm still having some of the same issues. They haven't gotten any worse though, which is really good sign. At one point in my 20s, this whole area was like, I don't know if it was just eczema or psoriasis, I don't know the difference. But it was just like irritated and dry, and it would crack and it would hurt really bad. And I use lotion all the time. Washing it a lot made it worse. And by trade, I'm a dental hygienist, and so I was washing my hands a lot. And so I have the start of the little area, and it hasn't gotten any worse, which I'm really thankful for. And so I think just making sure that my diet is very clean and unprocessed is going to help my body heal. It might not happen as fast as if I was just, I don't want to say paring down, but just really like narrowing my diet, which is what I was hoping for with Mary's Mini. I don't have any science to back it up. It was just kind of like, well, if my body is just digesting, a couple foods, it could focus on this other area. But I'm not eating terribly. I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and so I'm thinking that as long as I cut out the processed stuff, my body will do what it is supposed to do. And that brings me into kind of what I am doing now, which is just back onto the Starch Solution. I have been rereading the Maximum Weight Loss book of Dr. McDougall's, and that book is more focused on getting rid of the processed foods and eating, whole grains and whole like rooty vegetables or starchy vegetables and non-starchy foods. He likes to limit the fruit to two a day. Sounds so insane. I'm on a path from trying all sorts of different plant-based diets. I have done very high fruit diets, like like the raw till 4. All of those things I have done in the past. And so those are all very fruit heavy. And so it's so funny just to kind of think of myself only eating 2 foods. That's never going to happen. I mean, the likeliness is very slim. I have 2 or 3 fruits in my oats every day. But if it came down to me like trying to lose a couple pounds, I probably would just stick with my fruit. I'm not that focused on my weight loss. But I do feel like the Maximum Weight Loss style is more of, I guess, my ultimate goal of just having mostly unprocessed clean foods. And that is not saying that I'm never going to eat anything processed based. I am about 95% plant-based. I do enjoy honey in my herbal teas. I don't like agave as much. I like maple syrup for certain things. I'm kind of set in my ways. I'm an old dog. So anyway, moving on from that, I'm gonna do some meal preps this week, and so I'll probably post a video on that. I'm going to take the girls down to our family beach house with my mom in midweek to give her some time to isolate. That way it's safe for us to go. And so we're going to, my mom is also eating as I am, and so I'm going to do some, maybe a couple soups or I don't know, a curry or something. So I'm going to do a little bit of a meal prep just to bring down there to make it really easy so we can spend as much time on the beach as we can. And so when I do that, I will, you know, take some video of it and post it later. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I did enjoy the challenge of the Mary's Mini. It definitely was a challenge for me, but I feel like I'm glad that I did it. I definitely want to do it again. And just going forward, I'm really gonna focus on eating as clean and unprocessed as possible, but not limiting my fruits. So, and you know, everything can always change. But thanks for tuning in, and I will show you what I've been eating, and you guys have a great couple days. I always consider myself more plant-based, not vegan. I eat honey.
Which are steamed kale, cabbage, and yellow squash. And then for lunch, I'm going to make some mashed potatoes. So I just boiled these potatoes until I could stick a fork through them. And now I'm just adding non-sweetened almond milk in there to make them a little like creamier-ish while I mash them. Sometimes I will use like vegetable broth instead, but this is all I had on hand. And then I'm adding in some Mrs. Dash no salt seasoning, and then I will sprinkle on a little salt when everything's all dished up. So I just make a heaping bowl full for myself. And then I'm adding my cauliflower not cheese sauce on there. And you can't tell, but this bowl is huge. So just greens, carrots, and tomato. And that is my lunch. And I'm having some yellow squash, kale, and cabbage steamed up with some sweet potato, some refried black beans and regular black beans, and some cauliflower taco stuff that I made. And put some Cholula on that, and that is my dinner. Thanks for watching, guys.